finally, yes, we finally have our second trailer for Venom There Be Carnage. I knew this was coming because it was overdue. The movie's coming out in less than 2 months, so this trailer's kinda late, but I guess it makes sense for it to come out now, so people will see it in front of the Suicide Squad. Makes sense. So now let's talk about this new trailer, which actually does show us some pretty cool things, and some things we didn't already know from the first trailer. Like right from the get-go, the first part, we see that Eddie and Venom are not exactly getting along as roommates.
You live in my body, you live by my rules.
I'm sorry! I don't know what came over me, please let me fix it, so I can play it again! You are a loser.
It seems that the Venom symbiote, all he wants to do is just eat and eat and eat some more, and it's getting a little out of control. Yeah, this Venom symbiote needs to learn to chill. I feel like that's gonna be like the main moral lesson of this movie, is, you know, Eddie and Venom getting along. It's like this movie's gonna be a metaphor for couples counseling or something. But then we get to what we want to see, more Woody Harrelson as Cletus Cassidy. And actually, we learn why Cletus Cassidy seems to like Eddie Brock so much. And it looks like it's because he knows he's Venom. Yeah, Cletus Cassidy knows that Eddie Brock is Venom and he wants some of that power for himself. So he's kind of like Emil Blonsky from The Incredible Hulk. He's seen power and he wants some of that power for himself. And like Emil Blonsky in The Incredible Hulk, Cletus Cassidy gets that power the hard way. But first of all, that does bring up the question, how does Cletus Cassidy know that Eddie Brock is Venom in the first place? And I think I have a guess. You remember Eddie's first big transformation scene in the first movie? Where, you know, he was out in public and he's like,
Eyes, lungs, pancreas.
I feel like that made the local news, and Cletus Cassidy probably saw that on the news. He saw Eddie Brock transform into Venom and he was like, ooh, I want that. That's my guess as to how he knows that Eddie Brock is Venom. And so yeah, Cletus does get that power the hard way. Hey, you know what they say? If you see something you want, you gotta reach out and grab it yourself. And so that is literally what Cletus does in this case. He grabs Eddie's hand and just takes a chomp out of it. And so yeah, now he's got some of that Venom blood in him, which I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty darn cool way for the Carnage symbiote to come into existence. Born out of blood, literally. That's cool. It's gross, but it's good. And so now, after the lethal injection scene that we saw in the first trailer, we do get to see some good old-fashioned Carnage mayhem. I like how Carnage seems to actually like rip out of Woody Harrelson's skin. That's a really cool effect. It looks nasty. As opposed to Eddie Brock and Venom, where the Venom symbiote just kind of takes over his body and kind of envelopes him. In Carnage's case, it seems to come from inside and just tear out of him. It's really cool looking. It's just one more thing that makes him different from Venom. And man, Carnage looks great. This is exactly the Carnage I've dreamed of seeing in live action for years. He looks mean, he looks nasty, he looks evil, and he is just tearing through prison guards. Bullets are going right through him, which you're like, okay, Cletus Cassidy's body is just gone. It's completely part of this symbiote now. The two have truly become one, because you would think Cletus Cassidy's body would be in there, you know? But it's not. It's part of the symbiote. That's scary right there, yeah. And I have no complaints about how Carnage looks at all. He has the black accents on his face, he's got the tendrils coming out, although he does seem pretty tall right here, and really he is supposed to be shorter than Venom. I mean, he probably is. We just haven't seen a good side-by-side comparison of the two yet, but I'm pretty sure that Venom will still be taller than him. Pretty sure. And dude, when Carnage just takes that one security guard and he's like, let's see how you taste. Oh man, that is brutal. I did not see that coming. Oh my god. I am still pretty sure that this movie's gonna be PG-13, but it's like this movie's trying to be as close to R as PG-13 can get. So we might see some pretty nasty stuff in this movie. Exhibit A. That was just great. I love it. And then we get to see some more, you know, Venom, Carnage, mayhem. This movie still looks like a romp, which so many romps in movies this year, man. Just recently, in these past couple weeks alone. Jungle Cruise, The Suicide Squad, now trailer for Venom There Be Carnage. Movies that you're not supposed to take seriously, but you're just supposed to kick your feet up and have a good time with them. I don't know, I just noticed that a lot of movies of that nature are coming out this year. Probably because a good chunk of them were supposed to come out last year. So yeah, there is that. I'm just saying though. And then we get to this part of the trailer.
Oh shit!
Where you going?
That is a red one!
You need to come out right now.
Alright, let's talk about the fact that Venom pointed out that Carnage is a red symbiote, and he was particularly scared. He was hiding like Hulk in Infinity War, because he was like, oh shit, that's a red one. That's bad news, alright, peace, I'm out. I was like, what? Okay, this is news to me. Are red symbiotes especially dangerous? Is that a thing in the comics? I don't know. I've never heard of that. I mean, I do know that Carnage is one of the most dangerous villains in Spider-Man's world, but the fact that Venom in this trailer was like, oh shit, it's a red symbiote, I don't know, maybe they're adding on to lore. There must be something special about red symbiotes in the Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters. I guess we'll find out. There's probably gonna be a scene where Eddie's like, what's so bad about red symbiotes? And then Venom will explain. We'll see. There are a couple of things in this trailer that I wanted more of, but we didn't get more of. First and foremost, Shriek. We get a couple more blips of her, but we don't get any dialogue from her, so we still never heard her say anything, which makes me wonder how much relevance she's gonna have in this movie. I hope she's not just a minor role who's gonna be in like only 2 scenes in the movie, because she's a love interest of Carnage. I don't know, maybe she's gonna die. But I do want to see that Carnage and Shriek team up. They're probably just saving that for the movie. They're not letting the general audience know know that there's gonna be a Carnage and Shriek team up, and only the hardcore fans can even guess that that's gonna happen. What can I say? That's the burden I bear being a genius, and by genius I mean hardcore Spider-Man nerd. And the other character who was hardly showcased in this trailer was Anne Wang. There's a part of me that kind of wonders why she's even in this movie. Like, it almost seems kind of shoehorned, because she's with that other guy now, Dan, and now she's engaged to him, which Eddie and Venom do actually seem pretty upset about. So are Eddie and Venom gonna try to win Anne Wang back? Is it gonna be like Spider-Man 2, where at the end of the movie, Anne Wang runs out on her wedding, and she shows up at Eddie's apartment in a wedding dress all like, I've always been in your doorway? I don't know. Probably not, although that'd be hilarious. There is one little blip in this trailer that I'm actually curious about, and it's where you see the Carnage symbiote come out of Cletus Cassidy like the Venom symbiote does with Eddie. Because at this point in both trailers, we haven't heard Carnage talk at all while he's been Carnage. It's always been Cletus Cassidy talking while he was Woody Harrelson. I am pretty sure that Carnage is gonna have a thing or two to say while he is Carnage. I'm just curious as to what his voice is gonna sound like. Yeah, I really want to know. I can't wait to hear it in the movie theater. With the bass jacked up, it's gonna be awesome. So in conclusion, Venom Let There Be Carnage, I haven't really changed my mind about it. It still looks fun. I'm still not sure if it's going to be one of my favorite movies of the year. I'm looking forward to seeing the continuation of Eddie Brock and Venom's story. I'm looking forward to seeing live-action Carnage finally for the first time ever. It's been decades coming, people. I was hoping that we'd get an official poster today as well, but I guess not. Still stuck with the teeth for now. But this movie's gonna be a fun-ass romp with live-action Venom versus Carnage goodness. Rated R could have been greatness, but it's not. It's gonna be PG-13, so I'll settle for goodness. And I do hope that Shriek and Wang have more relevance in this movie than the trailers seem to be letting on. But I guess we'll see. So, Venom Let There Be Carnage, official trailer 2. Have you watched it yet? What do you think about it? And how relevant do you think Shriek and or Anne Wang are gonna be in this movie? Whatever you think, go ahead and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe.